My father was a senior executive in Imperial Tobacco Company of India. Then he left Imperial Tobacco Company and started his own business. We had 3 factories and he was actually reinvesting all money. And most unfortunately that when the partition took place, they burned my father's factories. We were in Meerut. Then suddenly these riots broke out and the situation became so tense. Riots started spreading from one end to other. It was Delhi, then there was a very big riot in Garhmukteshwar, then in Bihar, then it started in Calcutta. The worst riots were in Calcutta and in East Punjab. Entire East Punjab was burning because it was the nearest to the Pakistan border. And they were the first Sikh who migrated to India. They went to mostly East Punjab. And when they reached there, they started dislocating Muslims from there. Most of the Delhi was looted Muslim areas and they had gone to old Red Fort, which was not maintained for years and years. And they were just lying inside the Red Fort. Lot of people died because of snake bites. But by that time, everything was gone. So we decided now nothing is left in India. So let us go to Pakistan. It was early November when my uncle gave the good news that a special train is going to Pakistan where he will have an exclusive compartment. So he insisted on my father that you come to Muradabad, and we started making necessary preparations. On that night, that you can say it was exciting, at the same time it was a horrible night that we were mounting the train and we were saying goodbye to India forever. There was a huge tragedy. People were so desperate that after we settled in the compartment, people were looking around for space and they saw this compartment has a lot of space. They broke into this compartment. We were pushed in one corner and people came and occupied this whole compartment. What happened? कि हमारा जो सामान था वो एक साइड पे था, हम लोग दूसरी साइड पे थे. In the mid of night in Amroha, some people were supposed to get down at Amroha. They unloaded all our luggage from that end and vanished. We had some very intelligent people in this compartment. They told us that everywhere this train will go, it will be attacked. They said, close all the shutters, all the windows, and put heavy trunks on those windows so that nobody should break through the window. Similarly, they decided to block the door with heaviest trunks and all. And they decided to put all the children under the seat. It was a pre-plan to attack our train in the jungle of Laksa, because it's a very, very thick jungle, no population around. And the engine driver had a plan that he will leave this train in the mid of the jungle with a plea that the engine water has finished and I have to go back to reload the water. He was in connivance with the looters and these killers. People went round to every compartment and said, no child should cry, because it is so silent that his cries will attract the attackers. Early in the morning, whenever there was a city, they used to slow down the train and there was an attack. These attackers, they snatched jewelry from women who were sitting by the window side, or they injured them. But there was no fatal accident. It was round about 6:30 p.m. till we reached Amritsar. I saw both sides of the train dead bodies lying unattended. They had already looted some train at Amritsar. So just for name's sake, they had brought in some Gorkha soldiers and they were roaming about. When people saw this, they started requesting the engine driver that still there is time and we want to reach Pakistan in the daytime. So why don't you move the train? He said, no, the track is not clear. When about 7:30 people got very uneasy and they started telling them, how long you want to stay? If you want to stay, then stay overnight here. But why you want to take us in the mid of the night? Then these Gorkhas, they were also in link with them. When it was almost 7:30, they came up, started cooking their food. They said, we have to cook our food because in between there is no station. So they further delayed the train. As soon as we started our journey, on the signal he stopped the train and the train was attacked. It was a full-hearted attack. I still remember there were bullets. They were hitting outside just to break through. Last 3 bogies, they were able to totally massacre everybody. Nobody was left. I think this lasted for almost 3 hours. 3 hours after, then they started moving. And they had detached the last 3 bogies. And this looted train started moving towards Pakistan. I remember that this was near Fajr that we entered into Atari. And that was the place that people got down and they offered prayers. But those people who lost their life, nobody knows how many, nobody knows the fate of those 3 big compartments. When we got down at Lahore, it was quite cold. I went out and I saw somebody distributing roti and salan. So I was the first to rush and secure a bread and salan. And that was the tastiest bread and salan in my life. I still remember the size of the bread and perhaps still there is taste in my mouth, how tasty it was. And I remember the salan, it was frozen because it was too cold. I did not leave anything. And this is how this journey ended, with freedom food.